just to say that when I heard the first time of this organization, and my brothers from Adam Center explained to me the model of Bdesh, I remembered the saying of Umar radiallahu anhu, إذا أعطيتم فغنوا. So Umar radiallahu anhu says, if you give people, make them self-sufficient. Imam al-Nawawi rahimahullah said, يعطى الفقير والمسكين حتى يغنوا. Give the needy and the poor enough money until they become self-sufficient. ولا يعودوا للمسألة. They will not come back and ask for any more help. For this, the model that I see Bdesh, alhamdulillah, established, as you have seen, made those women self-sufficient. I would like to speak about privilege. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Quran, in Surah Al-Rahman, repeated an ayah so many times, which it says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. Which favor of your Lord would you deny? And he listed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all the favors that He has given us. Some of them. A person who have privilege, with that privilege of money, the privilege of power, privilege of health, that person have to realize this is a bounty, a ni'mah from Allah. God Almighty should not take it for granted. I was born in a village in Sudan, doesn't have running water, doesn't have electricity. And I had the privilege at the time to have more resources than the next village or the village nearby. Then I came to the city and have more privilege than the people of the village. Then I came and lived in the Gulf country, Saudi, for 2 years and have more privilege than the people in the city in Sudan. Then I come to the United States and have more privilege than the people living in the Saudi and other places they live in the United States. What do you do with the privilege? When Allah give you a privilege, give you access to resources, you have to utilize them in the way that be pleasing to Him. You have to utilize them in the way that be beneficial to humanity. And that was the reason that we went to the Rohingyas. My brothers and sisters in Bdesh facilitated our visit, my visit the first time. And I have seen brothers from Bdesh providing trucks of food. And I saw in the eyes of the Rohingya saying to all of us, and they speak in the language that I couldn't understand, but people told me what they were saying, thanking us for bringing food to them. As our beloved Imam, our brothers said earlier, when you do sadaqah, when you give, you should be thanking the people who take your sadaqah. Imam al-Ghazali said, you don't do any favor to anyone by helping them, because you help yourself. You become a better human being. The receiver is a giver. That's why in Ihya al-Ulumuddin, Imam al-Ghazali said, when you help the orphan have given you access to the mercy of Allah. Because the mercy of Allah is in the orphan, and you get to receive it. And therefore, and you get access to rahmah of Allah by saying, Rasulullah have said, Ar-Rahimuna yarhamuhumullah. Those who show mercy to people, Allah will show mercy to them. Therefore, those are our access to the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They give us a privilege to help them, to serve them. And therefore, no one doing a favor to anyone. No country, no individuals, although Allah will reward the brothers and sisters in Bangladesh with the greatest reward for what they have done. I have seen young professionals providing in Bangladesh clothing. I was there and those people came from different factories Allah bless them. And I have seen the brothers and sisters who were helping Brother Mir and Brother Suhail and so forth. They know that the people in the country themselves sharing their resources with the brothers and sisters, the Rohingyas. I want to touch on three things very quickly. Every widow in that camp could have been my mother or my sister. Every orphan there could have been me. And that's why Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that in the day of judgment, you will be walking toward the door of paradise. And there's a woman who was competing with him to the door. He was walking like this and a woman walking just behind him. And he thought that she might reach the door before he did. But when he got the door, he asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said he will ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is this woman? Ya Allah. Allah will respond to him, she's a widow that took care of her orphans, of children. When we look to the faces of people in need, we have to remember that every bite of food we eat tonight, every comfortable bed that we sleep on tonight, is a dream of some people. It's a dream actually of some people. Therefore, don't take the ni'mah for granted. Protect your ni'mah by giving tonight. And I'm so happy that to know the Bdesh will open a chapter here in New York. It's a very resourceful community. By giving all of you, inshallah, an opportunity to serve and to be connected to those people. This is point number one. Point number two, it is not about how much we have. It's about how much we appreciate and willing to share. Because Allah says, if you give, I'll give you more. And the third is to give the best of what we have. That when we spend from the best we have. And therefore, having you, inshallah, to be a participant in establishing this chapter, it will help our brothers and sisters in Rohingya. I want to give you a summary of what happened. After I went with the brothers and sisters, Bdesh, for my first visit, I made a promise to the Rohingya that I would bring people from other faith. But I would like to tell you that I went the first time with a very, very special man. This man is from New York, named Haj Mustafa. Haj Mustafa said he will go with me, and we went together, and I saw tears in his eyes as we speak to those people. As he stood on the line in the heat, also serving those people. Haj Mustafa is the owner of Dar es Salaam, one of the largest travel agency. That's Hajj and Umrah, and alhamdulillah, I'm so glad to call him friend, brother. And after we did this trip, I remember Hajj Mustafa, we were going to one area, and he said to me, people have to see this. The world have to see this. Then Brother Mir, Brother Suhail, and we have a Brother Muhibbullah helping us on the ground. We decided to come back, and we took a delegation, interfaith delegation, from Christians and Jews, and we have them to see this. They come back, spoke to the State Department, spoke to Congress. Brother Abdul Malik Mujahid was with us. And alhamdulillah, as you know, Congress, all of them my brother, is true or not, all of them voted for the genocide except one congressman. Well, where is he from?
Arizona.
Arizona. We need to send a letter to him. And now this new development of Gambian government, I had a privilege to know Sheikh Muhammad Jailani, who's very also close to government there. And he was telling me that the Minister of Justice is very moved when he visited the camp, and he's the one who actually made him the case for the Rohingya, because justice has to be served, as Brother Sohail said. This is not only about giving them, but this political issues been going for decades. And I'm so glad the campaign that you've seen here, that you need to support that, the international campaign. It is why we're going to change the condition of the brothers and sisters. I want to conclude by saying this. The Prophet Muhammad said, whoever eases the difficulty of someone, Allah Almighty will ease their own difficulties. Just imagine that thing, that we have privilege now, but we, all of us, in some time of our life, we might face challenges. As we help those brothers and sisters, Allah will help us to overcome the challenges and difficulties that we may be facing in our life. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
ITV, Call of Peace, Save Humanity.